Hi everyone, welcome back to Kamanna's Corner. We have a super freaky video for you tonight, so grab some snacks and your favorite drink as we count down 10 of the most frightening sounds we could find. Make sure to let us know in the comments whether or not you'd like to see more videos like these, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe for similar content. Enjoy.
At number 1, we have vehicle sirens, specifically fire truck sirens. These are quite common to hear out on the roads or doing everyday activities. For those living in big cities, it's not at all uncommon to hear these, but there's a bit of an eerie quality to them when you hear them at night. The sound is not as scary as the other ones we have for you tonight, but putting it in the context of it being late at night can make it even scarier. Is there a fire near your house? Is someone in your home suffering from a heart attack? The scare factor on this one comes from not knowing exactly what's going on and letting your mind run wild with that.
Number 2 is mountain lion screams. Now, for people like us in the Midwest, we have a lot less of these to worry about, but for those in the 12 most western states in the United States, they're definitely more common. Most people who hear the sounds of mountain lions screaming talk about how similar they sound to women screaming for help. While this is scary enough as it is, mountain lions scream for mating and territorial reasons, which is probably the last thing you'd like to run into a mountain lion for. Because mating season is a high-stress season for mountain lions, they're more easily agitated. Picture you, a young hiker out in the woods at night, and all of a sudden you hear a scream. Now you're unsure whether this is a person screaming in pain or a territorial beast ready to pounce on you for getting too close to its territory. Personally, I think I'd run out of there as soon as I possibly could, though there would be that nagging question in the back of my mind as to whether or not I could have saved someone from a terrifying fate in the wilderness. Here's a video we found of a mountain lion in the woods. All credit goes to Wes Yans for this.
Number 3, we have the first sound ever recorded. Now, we've come a long way with audio recording since April 9th, 1860, but we had to start somewhere. For most people, the audio recording of Edward Leon Scott de Martinville sounds like a woman or a young child singing the song Clair de Lune, which creates an odd dissonance when you realize it's actually being sung by a man. Because the recording is in such poor quality, it has an almost uncanny valley kind of feeling to it. At the same time, because the recording is over 160 years old, it does not take long for the mind to wander to the fact that everyone involved in the creation of this recording is dead. Here's a clip of the recording.
Coming in at number 4, we have numbers stations. Number stations are often used during times of conflict to communicate information to intelligence officers about what the enemy may be planning. While most number stations utilize a voice listing off a series of numbers, some use Morse code or other information transferal methods. These number stations can run endlessly, and some of them do. Whether or not people are still listening to decode these is up for debate. The most well-documented number station is the Lincolnshire Poacher, which appeared during the Cold War era, believed to have been used to hide information going from Britain to other countries. The Lincolnshire Poacher ceased broadcasting in July of 2008.
Three, 9, 7, 1, 5.
At number 5, we have hurricane sounds. While this is a bit more of a broad category, that doesn't take away from how terrifying hurricanes actually are. Hurricanes are forces of nature that have strong winds, spiraling thunderstorms, and heavy rain. Much like tornadoes, hurricanes can range on a 1 to 5 level scale, which is used to describe how destructive it is expected the storm will be. For this video, we'll be listening to footage taken from Hurricane Irma, one of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded in human history. While people often discuss how frightening hurricanes are based on the level they rank in at, We would like to point out hurricanes are terrifying because of how long they last for. For example, Hurricane Irma lasted for 15 days. Imagine the damage and destruction, as well as the amount of anticipation for the storm that occurred over those 15 days. The most disturbing part of this clip is that in the background you can hear the alarms going off, and it just sounds haunting.
For number 6, we have the sounds of a black hole. Black holes need no introduction. Ever since Einstein's theory of general relativity, scientists have been trying to find out any and all information about these space Goliaths. The first ever black hole was documented in 1971, with the first picture of a black hole not being taken until 2019. In 2003, pressure waves from one of these recorded black holes were measured by astronomers, who then compressed these sound waves into sounds we can hear today. Take a listen.
At number 7, we have the Emergency Alert System sound effect. Between the two of us, we have had fears of EAS sounds forever. Stories from our childhood about hearing the EAS over the TV or radio plague our memories and create feelings of anxiety within us. However, that's kind of what they're meant to do. These EAS sounds are meant to strike fear within us, as without the fear, you often wouldn't spring into action. Without that scary sound, we probably wouldn't be able to recognize the danger we're in when a severe weather warning occurs. The EAS alarm is not only used for weather warnings, but they're also used for Amber Alerts and missing child reports.
Number 8, dive bombers. As we get higher on this list, we try to include things where the circumstances make them scarier than the sounds themselves. However, dive bombers are definitely the exception. Dive bombers were especially popular planes during the 2 world wars. They provided greater accuracy when it came to dropping bombs on enemies, so hearing this sound near you meant imminent danger and you were supposed to take cover immediately. Though these planes are not used as much anymore as, for better or worse, we have gotten more efficient in our technology, dive bomber sounds were often used in movies and cartoons back in the 1900s.
Much like number 7, number 9 is also an EAS alarm, but it's from a specific country. As we were scrolling through TikTok for inspiration, we found a video discussing a list of the scariest EAS sounds from across the world. We came to an agreement that the New Zealand EAS sound was easily the scariest. The cacophony of the sound creates an immediate sense of panic within the listener. If a sound like this played whenever there was an emergency, I would know that it was serious and that I needed to take cover.
Finally, at number 10, we have the nuclear signal to drop sound. Much like we stated in number 8, the circumstances for this sound are way more frightening than the sound itself. As the bomb gets ready to drop, there is a long beep sound to indicate when the bomb is ready. Once the beep sound stops, the bomb drops, though it does not explode immediately. Imagine flying away in the plane and knowing what you're about to do. Is there a moment of hesitation? A tentative pause as you recognize that you are about to end the lives of tens of thousands of people? There's a ticking sound accompanying your thoughts as you prepare to set off the bomb. Once it stops, the bomb explodes and there's no way to make up for the devastation you've just caused. Have a listen.
Thank you all so much for joining us on our first video. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment like we said before, suggesting maybe other video ideas or other things that you'd like to see. And again, if you would so kindly subscribe, like the video, share it with anyone you think that would also find it entertaining. And until then, thanks for sitting in the corner with us, and we'll see you soon.